Nobody really wins Squid Game, but his purple hair and outsized attitude won more than a few hearts, and behind-the-scenes footage proves that the actor who plays him had an all-out blast. We get our first genuine Thanos blooper during the Pentathlon. Before the game starts on the show, everyone needs to break up into groups of 5. Thanos has his eyes set on Semi joining his team because she's attractive, but she'll only do it if he also takes a friend, the meek Minsu. Despite Minsu not being perceived as cool, Thanos still welcomes him to his group.
Welcome to the Thanos world.
However, it apparently took some practice to get it just right. Behind the scenes, Thanos watches director Hwang Dong-hyuk demonstrate how to do a specialized handshake before bringing Minsu into the team. When Choi goes to do it himself after doing the handshake, he stumbles over the words Thanos world while trying to talk and shake at the same time.
What's up? Nice to meet you, my brother.
Yeah, cool.
Welcome to Thanos world.
In the final shot that was used in Season 2, Episode 4, 6 Legs, he says his Thanos world line first, and then ends with a handshake/hug. If nothing else, that's a good reminder to try to switch things up if they're not working. Squid Game Season 2 comes with a new wrinkle. After each game, players can vote to split the accumulated cash and either go home or stay, try to survive, and add to the pot. Sounds like an easy choice when you add the sudden death factor to the equation, but every player in the game is broke to the point of desperation. And at the center of it all, because whenever he's on screen he commands attention, there's Thanos, who's lost everything in a crypto scam.
Don't you know who this is? The rap god, Thanos. Don't even need a snap, kill half the universe with a rap.
Thankfully for all the Thanos heads out there, Netflix Korea has released a blooper and behind-the-scenes reel that gives us a peek inside the series. In it, we see Choi Sung-yeon, the actor who plays Thanos, cast his vote to continue the game. It seems to be the very first round of voting following red light, green light, where he presses the button and celebrates. In the episode right after Thanos votes, he's interrupted by Song Gi-hun, who tries to convince everyone else to vote to end the games. However, that doesn't happen right away in the clip. So after Choi Sung-yeon gives his little woot, he does a funny little run to the side. Gi-hun enters the picture shortly after. There's also a clip afterward of Choi turning around to look at Gi-hun speaking, which is what wound up in the episode. Still, we wish there was at least one scene in Squid Game Season 2 where we could see that dorky little Thanos run, because it's pretty adorable. Thanos is animated, often with pharmaceutical assistance. Because of this, some viewers write him off as Season 2's worst new character. They think he's too ridiculous to be a genuine threat to the other players, but it's hard not to respect Choi's commitment to the role, wired or not. He manages to make Thanos seem like a real person.
I was gonna jump off the Han River Bridge. Actually, I was there when this man wearing a suit gave me a business card.
Unlike the more grounded characters, Thanos is super physically expressive, using lots of hand gestures and sudden movements, and at one point in behind-the-scenes footage, we see him brushing up his moves. And if you listen closely, you can hear him mumbling his lines. It's funny to see Thanos so quiet and concentrated when he's usually the loudest character in any scene he's part of. But we appreciate the commitment to the craft and the work Choi puts into ensuring that anytime Thanos was on screen, audiences were paying attention.
Oh, to have all that energy, it's gotta be nice to be that young.
Mina, aka Player 196, may be the first character killed off in Season 2, but she definitely made an impact on viewers. Despite her limited screen time, online fans dub her Icon and Diva for blowing off Thanos' clumsy advances with ease. When other players want pictures with Thanos, seeing as he's a semi-famous rapper, Thanos really wants a shot with 196.
Hey, you want to get in on this too? Come on.
However, it looks like the two got along much better off camera. Song Ji-woo, the actress who plays 196, uploaded plenty of behind-the-scenes photos to Instagram, including one shot of her with 2 fingers up while standing next to Choi and a couple of their co-stars. It's fun to see the actors being lighthearted, considering the horrors are about to reenact once the cameras start rolling.
Hope I get the green light. I like you.
One More Game, the 5th episode of Season 2, contains a montage of various teams competing in the Pentathlon. The sequence is fun, but Thanos miss out on watching him tackle Jeggy. Luckily, there's plenty of unused footage that shows us the side of Thanos who's a captain and a cheerleader, even if it's just to save his own skin. He's definitely the loudest member of his team, counting out the rhythm of their steps so they don't end up tripping all over each other. And we also see him talking with his teammates, although this is BTS footage, so while it may be Thanos talking strategy, it may also just be Choi asking how much longer till lunch. Still, this is one of those positive Thanos moments. He may be drugged out of his mind, but that doesn't stop him from bringing out the best in his team. In the story, the six-legged race has lots of moving parts, but in reality, the actors have plenty more to keep in mind, including sound, camera angles, safety, script, and 1,000 other things. And then there's the actor playing the character who has to succeed in the game without, hopefully, taking all day to do it. After Flying Stone, Thanos' team takes a moment to celebrate before moving to the next game. Thanos then tells everyone to get ready to move and counts them down. But not everyone's coordinated, and this presents a problem when their legs are tied together. So much for Squid Game being a bunch of easy children's games. Mingle is easily the best, most terrifying game of Season 2. It's basically musical rooms. When the music stops and a number is called, players better grab a group and head for a room or, die. This leads to some heart-wrenching compromises, unless you're Thanos, in which case you make people compete to join your room. As the creepily cheerful song plays, Thanos and Namgyu bop along, seemingly oblivious to the life-or-death consequences they're facing. Then 3 is called, and they can only bring one person with them, Minsu or Simi.
Winner stays, the loser goes. Rock, paper, scissors!
After a round of rock, paper, scissors, Minsu wins. The BTS footage shows us a couple variations of Thanos getting Minsu to a room. On the first take, Thanos begins running off, probably expecting Minsu to follow. For the second take, Thanos and Namgyu grab Minsu, dragging him along with them. BTS fight footage is the best. Hopefully the final cut looks completely convincing to the point of being painful, but it's a whole lot of work to check out the different angles and takes that go into making an on-screen brawl really work. In the second half of Season 2, Thanos spends a lot of time in the men's bathroom, kind of making it his turf. At one point, he gets into it with Myung-gi, and not without good reason. If it weren't for Myung-gi's YouTube crypto scam, Thanos might still be out in the world, rich and rapping. The confrontation is inevitable from the start. Myung-gi takes a swing at Thanos, and skillful sound and film editing makes it look real. It's fun to see the actors and production team put in the work, and then go back to the final footage. Myung-gi's punch is hella convincing, and when Thanos whips back around as though nothing's happened, he seems like a stone-cold tough guy. Thanos goes from deadly serious to joking around in a heartbeat, but it looks like off-camera Choi is far less intense, judging by a shot of him laughing and enjoying his work. And there's a special treat for fans who look carefully in the background. Right behind Choi is another guy with purple hair, his stunt double. We get a glimpse of Thanos 2.0 several times in the BTS footage, ready to step in if there's a shot that might put Choi in harm's way.
I'll destroy anybody who dares stand in the way of my greatness.
Thankfully, the Stunt Thanos isn't visible in any of the final episodes. Imagine the fan theories if 2 Thanoses appeared in the same spot. Despite having a double on standby, if the behind-the-scenes footage is any indication, Choi actually did many of his own stunts. Early in the video, the frontman grabs Choi by the throat, and it's clearly Choi struggling on camera. And even though the bathroom brawl in episode 6 is far more stunt-intensive, it looks like Choi is right there in the thick of it. In one take, Choi pushes fellow actor Yim Si-won against the wall, and in another, we see Choi flip Yim into the tile floor with a loud thud. We also see Choi punching Yim before being tackled. Once again, Choi's doing his own stunts. Love him or hate him, Thanos left his mark on the Squid Game franchise, on screen and off. Even though a Season 3 appearance seems impossible, Team Thanos can still hold out hope for some sort of miracle twist.